Hola clase, feliz viernes. Entonces yo tengo algunas instrucciones para ustedes. I have some instructions for you guys. So the first thing I need you to do, por favor, is read la página 52. 52 tiene los adjetivos. Oops. Los adjetivos. It has the adjectives that go with ser. They're the left side ones. It's going to be alto, bajo, lo siento. So everybody should be on page 52, 52, por favor. Oh, I don't know if this is going to work out or not, clase. I'll try it, see if I can't keep it stay put for a minute or two. Alto, tall, bajo, short, pequeño, little, joven, young, viejo, or if you're a girl, vieja, guapo. I should have written the A on there, también, guapa. If you're a girl, good looking, bueno, malo. It will all make sense here in a second when I give you directions for your activity that you're going to do. Es más o menos un juego, more or less a game. So your page that you guys have en el libro este here has the definitions there for you. So that's what I want you to do first. I want you to get yourself a little bit familiar with las definiciones de los adjetivos, the definitions of the adjectives. So that's the first thing you're going to do. And notice, of course, that it's going to be A if you're a girl, or O if you're a boy. Por ejemplo, yo soy alta. Yo soy alta. I am tall. Or soy buena. I am bad. Next week, we're going to do more different adjectives, because to be honest with you, the adjectives that they give us are not enough. And I don't even know why they give you good and bad. Those aren't very good permanent characteristics to talk about. So this is just a start for us as far as adjectives go. Okay, your next activity is a game, if you will, and it's Battleship. Here is your scoreboard, your scoreboard. And in fact, maybe you guys will already have it. Maybe it would make more sense if you already have it. So I'll put those in the instructions for Senora Crest to give these to you. So here is your scoreboard that you guys have. This is your piece of paper. Let's see if it, there we go. That's a little bit better. So this is what you have. If you notice, it says on this side here, Maria es, tú eres, él es, ella es. Just by themselves, that all means Maria is, you are, he is, she is, yo soy, I am. And then they match with los adjetivos. Arriba, arriba. Here are your adjectives. So, the top part is the part for your own sheet. Okay? As individuals, everybody should be only paying attention to the top sheet right now and not the bottom part. They're exactly the same, but everybody for right now, step one is just paying attention to the top part. Up here, this is how many boats you have, how many ships you have. You're going to fill out the 4 ships in the location. Por ejemplo, a bote, un bote is worth 2 X's. So I'm going to fill out where I want my boats to be. I'm going to mark them. X, X. Right? Everybody's going to fill in where they want their ships to be. So that's 1. Uno. I'm going to go ahead and cross that one off. While you're doing this, make sure you don't let anybody else see this, because you're going to be working in pairs. So maybe you already have your pairs now, but you'll get pairs. You're going to be working with a partner. So whoever it is you're going to be playing this game with, you don't want them to see where you're making your ships. So then another one is barco. I'm going to put that right here. Right, barco. And then I've got 2 other ships, velero y destructor. that's mine. So everybody can maybe be doing this as I'm doing mine and talking to you. So you're filling out where you want each ship to be. Entonces, hay cuatro, and each ship has different amount of X's to be filled in. Okay, so then each person has theirs filled out. So like when I do this with my students, my other students, for example, like maybe you're sitting across from each other and you have a folder, una carpeta between you two so that nobody is able to see your own scoreboard, where your ships are. So the idea, la idea, is to say, por ejemplo, I'm going to say, Maria es rubia. Right? That's my first example. Maria es rubia. Now, if somebody had just said that to me, I don't have Maria es rubia. In my spot, there isn't anything there. So I say, no. And that person, on their piece of paper, is going to make a mark, por ejemplo, un círculo that indicates, no, there's nothing there on my partner's grid. But what if my partner said to me, Olinka es rubia? And that's a hit. So then I would say C, and my partner would be able to write, aha, she does have a ship there. And then their subsequent follow-up questions will be around this. Now, as you're looking at your sheet of paper, you have to make sure if you say Yoshi es, and, oh, sorry, the example I gave you was from a sheet that I was playing with my other students, so that was an example of an adjective that you guys don't have. Lo siento. But, so you guys have malo, bueno. Sorry about that, but I think that you guys get the idea. I hope that you get the idea. Entonces, but for example, you have to make sure that the way you're saying it matches the boy or the girl. So you would definitely not be saying Tomás es buena, because Tomás is a boy's name. So Tomás es bueno. Grande doesn't change. That one doesn't change for gender. There's one other one that I added over here to get enough adjectives for this activity. Se dice bonito or bonita is pretty. It's pretty. Bonito significa pretty. So I've got a couple girls over here, I've got a couple boys over here, and then of course if you're doing your own yo soy, you're going to make sure that your gender matches whatever gender you are. Alright, now this will take you guys a little while. So the big thing is that after you get partners, you fill up the top grid yourself, and then this is the grid where you fill in the answers that your partner tells you. And if we were playing this in a class where I was actually there with you, I would be telling you some of the words for you sunk my battleship has a particular way of saying it, and so does hit and miss. But for right now, let's just go ahead and say sí o no, or yes, you sunk my battleship. Está bien to just go ahead and hablar en inglés, since I won't be there to help you with this or to monitor you, etc. If you get done with that, then Senora Crest will give you a handout, a worksheet to do, and either you will do that in class or do it as homework. So either way, it's going to be turned in if you get finished with your game. You might not. It just depends on how successful or how lucky people are with sinking each other's battleships. Alright, you guys. Oh, let's see here. One more thing here. So for the handout that I am going to give you, you're going to need your verb chart. You're going to need your verb chart for that, because now not only are we going to be working with some of our new adjectives that we're learning, you are going to be using them with the verbs. Ser, permanent to be, because for the battleship game, it only works to have singular adjectives, so I wasn't able to include any permanent ser examples of somos or son. But for the handout that you guys are going to get, you do need to have familiarity, once again, and this is in your notes, of what it looks like. And it's also in your book, it's also in your packets. I just personally don't find that packet chart very comprehensive, but maybe you do, or maybe your notes are more comprehensive, I'm not sure. You can take a look at this here. Yo soy, I am, tú eres, por ejemplo, tú eres alto, if you are tall, or maybe ella es guapa, maybe she is pretty, usted formal, es, alto, nosotros somos buenos, ellos son malos, or ustedes son. So again, this is going to be a gender matching. Okie dokie. Entonces, muy bien, chicos. Have a great weekend.